Scene 1 Kamiyama Street. Toya finally faces Akito. With a trembling yet honest voice, he says, "Sorry, Akito. I'm sorry for denying your dream." Akito listens, serious. Although it still hurts, he doesn't reject him. A lot has happened, but it's fine now. Both lower their gazes, but then something interrupts them. A voice that resonates from afar. Toya recognizes its strength. Akito feels something stir inside him and runs towards Vivid Street. Scene 2 Vivid Street. There is Anne, singing alone. Her voice, full of emotion, is almost a scream. That voice, is it Anne? Akito approaches her and makes a challenging joke, just like old times. "I still don't plan on losing." Anne responds with a defiant smile, "You too." Thus, they start an impromptu singing duel, as if no time had passed. But this time, the emotion is deeper. Scene 3 Kohane's arrival. Kohane hears the voices and runs to the spot. Upon seeing Akito and Anne singing together, she stops. Akito-kun and Chan, her heart races. She remembers the moments they shared. The desire to sing with them resurges. She steps forward and, with a soft but determined voice, "I want to sing too." Scene 4 Toya's awakening. Toya watches silently. The singing of the three reaches his soul, and then he realizes, "Why haven't I been singing?" He joins them, closing the circle. There are no more doubts or resentments. The voices of the four blend into a powerful harmony. Their thoughts and emotions intertwine. Guilt, nostalgia, hope, determination. This is our song. Analysis of Chapter 10. This chapter is, above all, an emotional reunion with the origins of Vivid BAD Squad. Each character represents a part of the internal conflict within the group. And here, they all confront those wounds. Toya, marked by his rigid upbringing, takes a huge step by apologizing. Acknowledging that he denied Akito's dreams is a gesture of humility that breaks his emotional shell. Akito, who always acted from pride, chooses to let go of the resentment. Despite the pain, he shows maturity by accepting that it's fine now. Anne's appearance as the central voice is not accidental. She is the heart of the group, and her heartbreaking song reveals how much she has silently suffered in keeping the 𝙎𝙀𝙆𝙀𝙾 promise alive. At the same time, her strength inspires the others. Kohane, who used to freeze under pressure, is now liberated. She sings not out of obligation, but out of desire. This is a turning point for her, as she finds her voice through the emotional connection with her friends. The final scene, where the four sing together, serves as a rebirth. More than a musical act, it is a shared catharsis. They no longer seek to stand out individually. They sing to heal, to reconnect, to rediscover the why of their dreams. This chapter suggests that the true strength of Vivid BD Squad does not lie in each individual's talent, but in the harmony that arises when they face pain and sing from the heart. A perfect preparation for what is to come, not only to move forward as a group, but to rediscover the meaning of the dream that brought them together in the first place. Scene 5 Returning to reality. The plaza of Vivid Street. The members of Vivid BD Squad suddenly wake up. They are no longer in the dream world where they shared that song, but standing beside the large tree in the plaza of Vivid Street, which now shines brightly. Around them, the characters of the Sekai watch with relief. Kaito breaks the silence. "You all were acting strange just a moment ago." Meiko adds with concern, "As if your minds were somewhere else." Miku asks if they remember what happened. Akito, still confused, tries to piece together what occurred. "I remember we were investigating the tree." Kohane, astonished, notices something surprising. The tree has grown. The leaves of the tree shine intensely, and the dark particles surrounding it have disappeared. Scene 6 Group Reflection. Miku explains that these dark particles represented valid feelings as well: pain, conflict, doubt. Those two are important emotions. Kohane, still feeling guilty for doubting so much, believes that her weakness harmed the Sekai. But Meiko and Kaito console her with a new perspective. Kaito, maybe all those feelings were important nutrients that helped the tree grow. Scene 7, Declarations of the Future. With a brighter tone and express, is what she feels after singing with the others. It's like they're telling us everything will be okay, no matter what. Miku nods, convinced that what they lived through was real. A message generated by the Sekai, yes, but one that truly came from their own hearts. After facing all that, surely they'll grow more than they imagined. Finally, Toya, more determined than ever, utters a line that encapsulates his conviction: "I can't stop. Not until we conquer the world." The scene ends with a sense of renewal, not as a final point, but as the first step towards a new chapter in the story of Vivid BAD Squad. Analysis of Chapter 11. This chapter not only is a narrative arc, but also serves as a catalyst for the emotional growth of the characters. It marks the shift from internal conflict to the integration of all feelings, both positive and negative, as driving forces for collective growth. The return to the plaza of Vivid Street symbolizes an emotional landing, leaving the dreamlike world behind to reaffirm that change is real. The tree, now bigger and more radiant, reflects that inner development. Its leaves shine not despite the dark feelings, but because of them. The dialogue from Miku, Meiko, and Kaito serves as an emotional guide for both the protagonists and the audience. They remind us that sadness, guilt, and fear are not obstacles, but part of the maturation process. The metaphor of negative emotions as nutrients reinforce is a very human message. Growth hurts, but that pain also nurtures. Each character finds their place. Kohane accepts that feeling fear does not make her weak, and recognizes that sharing the burden is part of her strength. Akito and Toya no longer seek to prove who's right, but now share the same path, without doubts or barriers. And it's Toya who ends the chapter with an iconic line, reaffirming not only his commitment, but the rebirth of the group. They no longer fight for the shadow of the past, the rad weekend, but for an authentic future that they will build with their own voices. This ending is a brilliant example of the Sekai's power, not just as a symbolic stage, but as an emotional mirror. The story makes it clear that what matters is not just reaching a dream, but doing so without losing oneself, even when it means facing difficult emotions.